Testing. Okay. I changed a lot of settings on my PC, so I had to reconfigure some stuff, but we can begin now. So, a rule from what little I know of this game that I'm going to set for myself. Let me turn down my mic a bit. Feel free to tell me if any volume needs to be adjusted. I will not reset on any of the machines or anything. I will not reset on any of the machines. I mean, I like Bell Awesome, so this won't do any good for catching Pokemon. Let me adjust the mic a bit. This is going to be a purely chill stream. Let me give a hand at nicknaming stuff. If anyone is in the chat and wants a nickname Pokemon, just tell me. I haven't played a Pokemon game in a while. Except for that, Pokemon Emerald Road, which I'll go back to at some point. I usually never nickname Pokemon, but I guess I'll... This is really funny, haha. That's sort of upsetting. I usually don't like Makuhita, but it would have been decent. Let me check one setting and I'll talk about this game, what limited knowledge I know. Should I capitalize my name? Let me save. There should be a button combo to reset the game. I know there's a button combo to reset in older Pokemon games. Where's my... I wanted to look it up. AB select start. I knew it. Now, I just want to check something about the first question they asked me. Not this one. What is slot effects? Let me look this up. Because I actually don't know what that is. Okay, I do want slot effects on in battle. Just because it might be interesting. I hate the audio crunch. Hey, Amok. I messed up a setting. You grinding? I really wish, that post-game dungeon, the very last post-game dungeon that, like, has a lot of, like, super requirements, was just too much for me to, like, want to do. Okay, we got the coin toss right. Tell me if my voice or the game volume is too loud. If I need to adjust anything, and I will. So, Have you ever played Pokemon Emerald? So with this ROM hack, or with this special version of Pokemon Emerald, so in this you can only get Pokemon through like a sort of gacha system. You can't capture wild Pokemon, and every wild Pokemon and every trainer's Pokemon is randomized. It's not going to be a Nuzlocke or anything, but like watch the gameplay. Like, you can't capture Pokemon in the wild, but the trainer's Pokemon are randomized and the wild Pokemon are randomized. You cannot capture Pokemon in this game. You can only get them through gambling. I don't know if this will be a full playthrough. It might be. Like, this might be a really good game to stream and relax to. I was playing a game called Pokemon Emerald Rogue where it's like a roguelike, and it's pretty fun, and I'll continue that in the future. But that one is sort of high. It's sort of a bit difficult. I don't think anything's changed story-wise with the game, though they have, like, they're referencing, like, the slot mechanics and stuff. So a rule about this playthrough that I'm going to enforce for myself is excluding what I did previously to turn on slot settings in battle. I'm not going to reset on whatever Pokemon I get out of these. I'm not gonna save scum. Oh no. Oh no. No. 1 star. I never nicknamed Pokemon, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna try to do that. I usually like to use default names for stuff, but I saw that you were playing it. Did you purify Lugia by any chance, or just to make conversation? I hate the fuzzy audio. And I've tried everything to fix that, and it's not possible. Or rather, I couldn't figure it out. Well, so since Eggins is gonna evolve, I said nickname it according to its evolution. Wait a sec. You know, I was assuming this Eggins is gonna be weak, but let's make... Maybe it's really strong and I just don't realize that yet. Like, this could be a really strong Pokemon. It could have some really good moves to choose from and I just don't realize it. Dude, that would have been good. But I won't reset. That'll take the fun out of it. I'm used to getting trashed in gotcha games. That's par for the course. They won't. Pokemon will never be good again. Although that Ditto crafting games looks interesting, and I'll have to see more on it. It's like the Dragon Quest Builders type. It looks like Dragon Quest Builders. If the frame rates are stable for that, and like everything is up to par, I might play that. But like, if it's not optimized, I'm not even going to try to play that. I prefer Colosseum to XD, just because there's more areas, and XD has some problems with retraversing areas a lot. I wish someone... Again, tell me if I need to adjust the audio of the game or my mic. I don't want to be too loud. I wish someone would mod in settings to be able to skip animations in Colosseum and XD. Because you can't, there's no option to do that in the settings for that, speaking of. Never really change a frame either for this stuff. Let's see what we find. Yeah, but it's in the files. This looks bad, but it's Solid Snake. This is Solid Snake. It's okay. Yeah, we're dead now. Oh boy. Oh no. See, okay, I'm glad I restarted for that. That's gonna work against me too at times, but... Why is this so loud? I hurt myself in my confusion, didn't I? Did you do Mount Battle for the Johto starters? Not even a level. Can we even get to the I am slightly curious of that, sort of Dragon Quest Builder seeming Ditto game. There's a YouTuber named Imported Cheese. I would really recommend him. I watched him play Pokemon ZA. That game is just terrible. They just want to rush out games. I care. I was playing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force game on my channel, and I just stopped because other things came up, but I'll go back to it eventually, but... I unfortunately don't know exactly how rare that is, but I'm glad for you. That sounds cool. I mean, I could link the Discord in the chat, and you could, my Discord in the chat, and you could, throw it off there. You don't have to, if you wanted to. If you don't, then I don't. I could link my Discord in the chat if you wanted. So it's multi-purpose. So it's basically good in multiple different sort of decks. That's really cool. Yeah, I plan to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't have to do... Let me see. Can I even do this? No, I understand. I'm really curious. I was actually looking at some Yu-Gi-Oh cards earlier today on eBay. Just browsing. And this is a chill stream, so it's okay if the gameplay is paused for a bit. That sucks. Hope you get better. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and see exactly what it is real quick. Don't worry, it's okay to just come in here and do share excitement. It's cool in all honesty. Like, I don't take anything that serious. Feel free to do that. That's nice to hear. Hope you have a good day and be careful in the rain. Tell your dog I said hi. I don't know if Metal Spaz is still here, but he didn't give the name of the card, so I don't know exactly which card he pulled. I think my emulator or some setting is messed up because there's some audio glitches sometimes at times. I notice a lot in the Fire Emblem games I play. I hope I didn't scare Middle Spaz off by saying he had joined the Discord to set off the card. So, currently, we could get a new Pokemon, or we could try to boost our earnings. Honestly, I'm mixed. Pachinko. Oh no. Did it use up my coins? I know what happened, but I'm not going to say anything. Oh boy. Oh boy. Same. Yeah, like, I think they took out the casino in Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Remake. I'm not 100% sure, but it's sad if it's true. Or maybe it doesn't have a casino. Like, I heard there's a way to bump the machine. Wow, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, I actually... Let me try... I heard there was a way to, like, bump the machine, so, like, in the game, to affect where your ball goes. And when I did it, it quit out, but it made me lose coins, but it made me lose my multiplier. So I lost a lot of coins because of that. So I may be justified in reloading in a second. So I don't think you get any coins if you hit the multiplier. I think once you hit a multiplier, you have to, get it into one of the pockets that doesn't have a number. I don't know what the pocket that has the gold Pokeball does. I saw a thumbnail of Varg, Skeletor, Joel, playing this, and I looked at it for a few minutes, and it looked really interesting. Just because they've taken out a lot of the gambling in the Pokemon games, and I really enjoyed, like, getting, like, the Dratini and Larvitar and Crystal and Yellow, Pokemon Yellow. And these are all new mini games, I think. Yeah, getting a multiplayer doesn't seem to do anything after you already have one. Oh. Yeah, I know. Oh, well. Oh, well. Like, this is actually good because you can get new Pokemon from doing this. And right now we're stuck with an Ekans, so I think we're in dire need of something else. Yeah, Sero got more stricter, and that's also why I assume the Dragon Quest games also, like, don't have casinos that often. This isn't the only mini game, by the way. There's more. But yeah, this is just a chill stream, like. Just to talk or whatever. I mean, I named him Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Who knows, he could have max IVs or EVs or whatever the things that determine, like, how good his growths are, how good his growths are. What's his speed? What does his speed do? This machine isn't really that good. I think it's random though. Yeah. Okay. So we've been playing the game for about 30 minutes and we haven't even done one trainer battle. Yeah, the predetermined values. Like, maybe our Ekans has, like, perfect predetermined values. Who knows? And all the wild Pokemon and all of the trainer Pokemon are randomized. So, like, it's not like... it's not easy. It's not gonna be an easy time. Okay, this doesn't have multipliers, so it's not that great. This one does. This one looks good. This is sort of fun. I don't know, this is probably boring, but, like, at least I can talk to anyone that chats. But this is actually sort of enjoyable, just as a chill game. We fought a Golbat, and we saw a Corsola and ran from it. That's all we've done so far. Otherwise, we've been in here. And we got really lucky with a win. I know, I have a doctor's appointment Thursday that I have to go to, so I won't be able to get straight into that game. Oh, we won big again. Oh my goodness. Hey. I screwed up. I'm going to fix something right this second. So we don't have our Solid Snake. Wait, we do. Wait. Why is it? Yeah, I have an appointment that I have Thursday. I don't know if the game releases midnight. Wednesday at midnight. Like, I'm so glad, I'm so blind on that game, I don't know anything about it. Okay, okay, let me fix something so it doesn't happen again. I accidentally just exited the game. Oh my goodness. Please tell me I saved. Had to fix something. So, Dragon Quest III is a prequel to Dragon Quest 1 and 2, correct? And if so, is Dragon Quest 1 the game that takes place after Dragon Quest 3, and Dragon Quest 2 takes place after Dragon Quest... Is the chronological order for the first 3 Dragon Quest games, Dragon Quest 3, Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2? Do you know, Dragon Quest 2 isn't like a prequel to 1 or something like that, is it? It's just, Dragon Quest 2 is a prequel to, or a sequel to 1? Like, I'm pretty sure it is, I would assume so, but like... Okay. Wait. Dragon Quest... Wait, so Dragon Quest... You don't... Dragon Quest 2 takes place before Dragon Quest 1? Okay. Okay, got you. I was worried for a minute. Okay. That's good then. Did you do the, post-game dungeon, like, that's like, basically... You nearly had to 100% Dragon Quest 3 to be able to, like, access all the areas in the very last post-game dungeon. I think it's new to the remake. Like, I'm someone that loves to do post-game dungeons, but even... I've never, like, encountered a post-game dungeon in an RPG where I just went, that's too much for me to do. Like, that post-game dungeon was nutty, with, like, the things you had to do to, like, access every area. And that wasn't something I could pull off. Maybe if I was younger and, like, that was the only game I had available. But, like, the amount of things you had to do to access all the areas and fully complete that last dungeon, that wasn't... I didn't have it in me. There's one of these machines that... One of these has a good layout with a gold ball and multipliers. I'm having trouble getting it to come up. There it is. I like this one. This one's really good. Does it detect your save data? Does it detect your save data of Dragon Quest 3? That's cool. I hope there's like a save data bonus item. then I'd love a MP accessory, a passive MP regeneration accessory. That's something neat to look forward to then. Excuse me. I'm still struggling to figure out how I'm going to tackle Dragon Quest VII. I really wish they would have just made the cut content just optional instead of mandatory, instead of just cutting it completely. Like you suggested they should have done. Because I've never played Dragon Quest VII before, and so it's just... I understand it's filler, but like, they really didn't have to just cut it away. They could have kept that content in there and maybe just not add voice acting and made it optional content, and just not give it voice acting if they were worried about like adding extra voice acting for that. Just make it optional, and just, since it's optional at that point, don't give it voice acting, and then just let players decide if they want to tackle it or not. Because like, if I would try the optional, I would try that content that they're cutting, and if it was truly like that boring, I would just start massing through the text, and there's just ways you could quickly you could get around that. It's upsetting, sort of. Like, if it's really as boring as I hear people say, like, I want to be the judge of that, and if so, I would just start massing through the text and get through that part of the story. Or just stop the side quest, or stop doing that optional side quest at that point, if they were to make it an optional side quest. So like, I'm sort of mixed. Like, I sort of want to play the 3DS version just a bit, but I don't want to ruin the experience, because I can't state it enough. It's really hard for me to replay video games unless like a significant amount of time has passed. I just don't understand that decision. Fail. Oh, it was? I do have it on my 3DS. Like, I just don't want the plot twist to be spoiled for me. And hey, does the cut content come up in the 3DS version before any of the major plot twists? Like, I know something happens like 30 hours in, but that's all I know. Like, something happens and you get access to a job system. Does the content they cut from the remake, do you know if it occurs before, like, the major plot twist of the game? Because if so, then I would at least play the 3DS version up to the content they're planning to cut. But just not, once I do all the cut content, I would just stop playing the 3DS version. That's sad. Okay, I'm gonna try to win one more time and get some more coins, and then I'm gonna see what Pokemon I get. I can already tell what you mean by just how you worded that. It's a video game though. That may as well be censorship at that point then. Okay, that's actually sort of upsetting. I'm sorry, but like, it's fiction. Video games are fiction. Nah, that's, toxic. If that's actually why, like, I can tell by how you typed it. I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that, in all honesty. It's a video game. Video games are video games. They don't have anything to do with stuff occurring in the real world. Yeah, that's a yikes. Like, I hope. That's upsetting to me. Like, I'm okay with them even, like, how they've, like, done the, you can't, like, with Dragon Quest III, how the hero, like, doesn't have a gender, they just made it body type A, body type B. Fine, so be it. That's not... That sort of, like... I guess I care about it a little bit, but it's not a deal breaker for Dragon Quest III. I still love Dragon Quest III, but like... If they're doing some cutting an island because of some real world stuff happening in the real world, that's stupid because it's a freaking video game. And I will die on that hill. It's fiction, it's fictional, it's a video game. It has nothing to do with the real world. Oh, there's a save mechanic. That's dumb. I'm in heavy consideration about, making different sorts of videos that, like, talk about that sort of thing. I didn't even know that until you told me that. I may just play the 3DS version then. Like, it's... video games are a form of escapism to like just get away from the stuff that's happening in the real world. Like, of course, I myself don't bury my head in the sand with what goes on in the real world, but like sometimes I want to play a video game and not have like anything about what's going on currently in the real world just be affecting a video game I'm playing, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel very strongly on that, but like, and I do want to start making videos talking about that sort of stuff, but I don't know. I understand exactly what you mean by that, but like, it's fiction. I did say we were gonna stop when I won a bit more coins. If the game was made now, current day, like if this was a new if this was Dragon Quest 12 and it had this immigrant island that you mentioned, then yes, maybe if something like that, content like that being cut from the final release would make sense, and I would agree with it, but it's a remake. The game wasn't made with that in mind at the time. I can assure you, like, the devs weren't looking into the filter and seeing that. Like, if it was a brand new Dragon Quest game that had something like that, like an island or a location in it, then yeah, maybe it would be justified to cut it, but it's not. It's a remake. That's always been there. Unless it was added in the... Well, even if it was added in the 3DS version released years ago. So, how many Pokemon can we get with this? Yeah, we can get 6 Pokemon now. I won't save Scum. Let's move on because there's other machines. I know of one other machine and that's it. But video games are just a form of relaxation. Like, I don't want to think about that sort of... it's not that you would... I'm sorry. That just is sort of triggering. I mean, I like Corsola. I know it's a bad Pokemon, but I do like Corsola. That's a... I love that! No! I love those sort of side quests, like, that's like the Xenoblade 1 on that Colony 6, was it Colony 6 or I think it's Colony 6. In Xenoblade 1 when you're rebuilding Colony 6, that's what it sounds like, something like that. I know there's other RPGs, but that's the first thing I can think of. So it's sort of like rebuilding Colony 6 in Xenoblade. Then yeah. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. goodness, this is awful. I won't reload, but... That's sad. Internet's 24. We're actually gonna have to switch. We're gonna have to switch train this point. Give them some nicknames. Is there a good pig name? If you want to, you can suggest some nicknames for some of these Pokemon. I've never really nicknamed Pokemon before, but I'm attempting to give it a shot. Just for fun. I don't even know if the Pokemon in this go up, like if they added like Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 6 Pokemon, etc. Let's pretend that this is actually Corsolas Evolform Cursola. I'm sorry, Amok, for like ranting a bit about what you said earlier. I don't know your feelings on that, but it's just my basic feelings is a game is a game, fiction is fiction. Like I play video games, so I don't have to really even think or consider stuff like that. And like I know it's being I know it's not like they're injecting like agenda, any political stuff into the game, but it sucks that they're cutting something due to stuff like that. Assumedly. But yeah, I'll stop ranting about that, but I just think it's sad. I feel the same way. It's a video game. It's not real. It's just a video game. That's all it is. And I feel the same way about censorship. Like, I do have, like, strong thoughts on that. Like, even though I have strong thoughts on censorship and, like, stuff of that nature, it's, like, Dragon Quest III, like, had the body type things and not, like, the gender for the hero, and I think there was some other stuff, but, like, it wasn't a deal breaker. Like, it was a text change. Like, the text was just changed. Like, that's not gonna make me not play Dragon Quest III Remake. Like, it sucks. I don't especially like it, but, like, it wasn't faithful to the original either in that regard. And I know some of the costumes got censored too, but, like, Dragon Quest III was quality enough for me to, not really to care, but, like, to still get the game. It wasn't a deal breaker for me. Like, cutting an island because of something occurring in the real world, assumably, when the game wasn't even made at the time of that sort of situation happening in the let me try to stop talking about it. Sorry about that. Like, that just hurts the fans too, and I feel like I assume that hurts the legacy of the game, maybe. I'm like, I guess I haven't really had a chance to speak about my thoughts on stuff like that, but yeah, I don't like that sort of thing when it happens. It's just a bummer for the players. It's just a bummer for the players. People that were gonna play Dragon Quest VII weren't going to, like, look at that and think that. Or people that actually care, like, people that actually are gonna fully play that game and not just some journalist or reviewer. I feel like that just hurts the legacy of the game and what it stood for. Or, not what it, let me try to stop. Yeah. And you know, it's really interesting too, because I really like The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. I like Dragon Quest VII sounds really unique with the island travel. I think Ys 8 and Ys 10 were the only other RPGs that I can think of at the moment that had, like, island travel that were RPGs. But this is a turn-based RPG, and it has island travel, and it sounds really unique. Like, the islands sound like a core part of the game. And you know, it's not like Dragon Quest VII's models and the world seem like really high fidelity like Dragon Quest XI. So there's the chance modders could somehow reinsert the places, though I just have a feeling that's going to be much more difficult than something like adding the Warrior Alliance content in the Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. might just check out the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VII. Thinking of a cool name for Venonat. I got it. I got a cool name. Just because of this, I actually might keep Venonat for the entire game. Best nickname. I don't really like Spoink's nickname I gave it. It's gonna evolve into Grumpig. What's a good nickname for this? I will too. But I think I might play the 3DS version, like... That's gonna be really hard though too, because like Dragon Quest 1 and 2 are so soon. You've experienced Dragon Quest 7 before, so you like at least play those islands. Ideally, I wouldn't even have to think about that sort of stuff. I'm really trying to come up with a good nickname for this one. It's a pig. It'll evolve into a pig, basically. Well... I was gonna name it Springtrap. But, like, it won't make that much sense. It's the name of a stupid animatronic in Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played it, but I've watched videos of those back then, when I was bored and grinding and stuff. Yeah. I'm naming it Springtrap. Bacon's too on the nose. There'll be another one that we get at some point. If it can even fit. I do think Vartor Joel got a Corsola, and I think he named it Kidney Stone. guess that's it. We just have to suffer through, switch training. We have a problem at the moment because, this, Spoink only knows Splash. Great Pokemon. You know, this special version of Pokemon Emerald sure lives up to its name. We haven't even done a single trainer battle. I'm assuming we still have to go up here first. Oh my goodness. Actually, just in case if we black out, we lose half our money, so let's go ahead and get rid of all our money for the moment. Yeah. Let me get some more coins. Just build this up a bit. There's no problem with that. I bet Dragon Quest VII was a pretty big game for for being on the 3DS. Like I probably won't record that. Like I would just play it off. I would just play it on my own, and then when the remake comes out, I'll stream that. Yay. Good. Oh, I have a similar story. When I was a kid and I moved into a new house, it was gonna take a while. It was out in the boonies. It was gonna take it like over a month, a little bit over a month for our internet to be installed there for our router, since it was a new house and it didn't have a router before, it didn't have internet. And so a game that released right then in like the day that we moved in, and I had begged my parents to get it for me to have something to do, was Tales of the Abyss on the 3DS. And I 100%ed it as much as you could on a first playthrough without, because there's stuff that's locked that you can only do on New Game Plus in Tales of the Abyss. But like I did all the side quests. I what was it? The trading sequences in the towns to like be able to get their prices to go up. And like I got all the ultimate armor, I did all the arena fights. And so like that was the only game I had, but like I would go to the library at that point and print out guide. Like I'd bring home like the stack of papers for a Tales of the Abyss guide, and I like followed it through to a T. And like, you know what really sucks is that I actually grinded enough grade. There's an area in Tales of the Abyss, like at the end of the game, like there's a snowy area on the world map where these giant Jabberwock, I think that actually is their name, Jabberwock enemies are, and they give the most EXP and the most grade. Well, they're easy to get grade from because they're like big enemies. And I wanted levels too. I forget why I wanted... There was a reason I wanted levels. I think I was trying to get Guy like a ad skill from like... I think I was trying to get Guy an ad skill from one of those things that give you like stats and how you get ad skills based on like what stats you get from this orb thing. I was trying to get everyone ad skills for like a New Game Plus run. And I also wanted grade. But yeah, that was really like, that's a really fun highlight that I can think of. But I never got to play New Game Plus, and I lost the 3DS. Or no, I didn't lose it. I think I sold it. I sold the 3DS cartridge, and there wasn't any methods at the time, if you know what I mean, to back up the 3DS cartridge save. I don't know if you've heard about this also, but I keep seeing this. Apparently, 3DS cartridges are dying nowadays. Like, even new sealed games. I think someone opened a brand new sealed 3DS game, and like it wouldn't work because the cartridge basically was dead. Just because of old age. I guess the components are really bad or something. Strike. No, I didn't... Well, I sold Tales of the Abyss, but, like, I was really tight on money. Like... And I didn't have eBay. I sold it to GameStop for about, like, probably $10. Like, I regret every game I've ever traded in a GameStop for, like, 10% of its actual freaking value. Okay. This isn't the only mini game, but I am having fun with this. Yeah. The Vita too. I love my Vita. Hey, wanna know how many PS Vita consoles I have? I have 5 PS Vita consoles, plus a PS Vita TV, plus 2 PS Vita TVs. There actually is a reason to. Well, at least for 3 of them. So I have 5 PS Vitas. I have one of them because... Or I 3 of them I have because, like, at the time, before the PS Vita was, like, jailbroken, I had a Japanese PSN account, a Singapore PSN account, and a US PSN account. Now, it is at the time, it was a extraordinarily pain in the butt to change your region on your PS Vita. But on eBay at the time, PS Vitas were really cheap. Like, you could snag a pretty good one for $99. And so, like, that's why I have so many PS Vitas. I actually haven't looked into the prices nowadays. But yeah, like, I have a lot of PS Vita systems and 2 PS Vita TVs. Oh yeah, Persona 4 Golden. But yeah, the PS Vita, in all honesty, I liked a lot of the fan service games on it as a kid. And then there was Freedom Wars. Like, it's sad that Sony really didn't try to support the PS Vita. The remake of Persona 4, the newest remake, you think the Vita version looks better than the newest remake? Or do you think the PS Vita version looks better than the PC version? By the way, you can speak, like, you can speak your mind on any subject. I won't, like, I'm not gonna judge you on anything like that. As time goes on, I haven't fully completed, like, I've beaten Devil Survivor 2's, main game and the other arc, but I haven't done the New Game Plus content. And I am sort of curious on doing it, but it would just be me skipping, I would be skipping text once again, but, like, there's some New Game Plus content that I never did. And I'm sort of curious on, like, fully, like, 100%ing that. First, we're gonna make a rowdy fence. You can stay. We haven't seen enough of Persona 4. I almost just want to go ahead and say, yeah, I agree with you, but, like, I'll at least give it some... I'll be fair, because we've only seen, like, Yu Narukami just run around one corner from the shrine, unless there was a new trailer released, like... I mean, I already don't like that it's, like, getting a remake just so soon. I don't think it needs one. I'm just curious of the character portraits, sort of. Like, I'm curious. They're gonna remove some stuff out of Persona 4. You know what I'm most curious about of that remake? What they're gonna remove, or what they're gonna change. That's what I'm curious about. Like, the PC version of Persona 4 Golden, like, already removed a lot of the fog, so, like, it wasn't as, atmospheric. Luckily, like, I played it, I actually... I platinumed on Persona 4 Golden, actually. Yeah. Like, I didn't... The main story I didn't really like for Persona 4, but I liked the character interactions. That was, like, the better part of it. But I'm so glad, the one story part I'm so glad about is like the final boss. Like, because when you're trying to figure out who the killer is for the whole game, like, you're always assuming it's a social link person. Also, I guess this only applies to Golden. This makes more sense in Golden, but like, you at least are assuming it's a named character with a portrait that's gonna be the killer. So like, when you initially play Persona 4 and I guess Golden 2, you're probably going to be suspicious of your social links. Like, you're gonna be suspicious of someone with a portrait or a named character. And I don't know how many, like, I guess the shopkeepers are like named characters and didn't have like social links, but like, if you were to reach social link rank 10 on like a character, like, you could probably at that point rule them out to not be like the person that's throwing people into TVs. Like, unless they got like a part 2 of their social link. Persona 4 Golden was cool in that it did something with said character, but also like it sort of spoiled it. Though, like, if you played the original, you already knew, like, I don't know. But like in the original Persona 4, like, you could technically go through that game, like, being suspicious of, like, your social links until, like, if you could think of it as maxing out one of your social links as ruling them out of being the suspect, because Inaba is a small town. I don't know. In hindsight, yes. That's exactly what you get it, you understand it, you understand me. Because as a gamer, you're conditioned to, like, only NPCs don't matter. Well, I mean... No, I was gonna bring up Sky's first chapter for the NPCs, like, NPCs really can't be the bad guy, but like, that specific NPC that's actually a bad guy in Sky first chapter, he has a portrait and like avatar, and he's a unique character, whereas in Persona 4, it's hard to suspect on a first playthrough a one-off character as being more than they are. Like, I don't... In hindsight, yeah, that's probably gonna be... You're just gonna be suspicious. But, like, I'm pretty sure on people's first playthrough, they're not gonna think anything of it. I bet the remake is gonna give that person a sprite, too. A portrait. That's gonna be upsetting if the remake of Persona 4 actually gives the gas station attendant a portrait. I feel like they actually will do that. And that's sort of sad. But that was like a really cool twist at the time. But I remember playing New Game Plus on Persona 4 Golden because the Vita hardly had any games at the time when Persona 4 Golden released. And I actually did get to do New Game Plus for that. And I remember fighting the Reaper and getting everyone's ultimate weapons and getting to the end of the game of New Game Plus, and I was planning on doing a New Game Plus Plus. And lo and behold, I find out that the ultimate weapons you get from the Reaper for your characters don't carry over to a new game, which sucks. I feel like I feel like that's gonna be a hard game for me to replay. If I do, I don't know. I partially replay Persona 3 Reload, but like, if I were to fully replay that game in Episode August, I would have had the fake excitement, and I didn't want to do that. I just wish they'd make Persona 6. But everyone just loves their remakes nowadays. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Like, at the time, I lived in a very small community, and like, the setting of that game really, like, even though I don't live in Japan, in rural Japan, like, I live in sort of a city, I lived in sort of a city like that at the time, so, like, I really connected with the game at the time. I don't want them to censor the remake, like, I know they're gonna censor the remake. Yeah, like, I use characters I never used before, that I thought I would just never use. I remember having Chie and Yukiko and using their combo skill. Yukiko was really just the best party member and, like, my favorite girl in that game, besides Rise. But, like, I like the dual attacks, and something, like, I never would have imagined I would have done was I had a team that included Naoto and Kanji for their special attack. And I feel like, at least for me, I never really, like, even considered using Kanji or Naoto as characters. But, like, for a new game, when I did it, it was really fun. My new game experience for Persona 4 Golden was really, really fun. Also, I enjoyed Mary's dungeon, or the new dungeon they added. I liked the gimmick because it made sense. Like, thematically, it made sense. and it made it made useless items that never really had a use, like, sort of have a use at that point. Okay, we're done. We're actually gonna advance the game. Crazy, right? I hated that there was only one physical type. This is actually gonna be hard. Wait, no it isn't. Wait! Did he not get a Voltorb? What does he have? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the hardest rival trainer ever. He's gonna have a Sunkern as his main, or Sunflora. Like, that's horrendous, that's scary. Okay, so we can this is actually, I wish we had more of this. Splash. It might... Oh, no. I messed up with the name of Ekans. It's a female and I named it Solid Snake. I'll name it the Boss. That's the only way I can correct that. I'm scared to look up Ekans' learn set. I feel like Ekans isn't gonna get a good move for like most of the game. But I'm not opposed to like trying out Ekans. I'm sure like it's a very weak Pokemon, but the whole point of this is this randomness, so I just have to roll with it. This is the most intense Pokemon battle I've ever had. So Slinkern and Sunflora have like some of the weakest stat totals. Like Sunflora is one of the weakest Pokemon in the entire series. I wish this was Gen 1 rap where they couldn't move after I do it. Imagine a Sunflora Mega Evolution. You know, there could be a Sunflora Mega Evolution and I just don't know it. And I'm not even that interested in looking up on what new Mega Evolutions Pokemon ZA has. So this is really chill to play while talking, which is really nice. Although the battles are sort of hard with these random Pokemon, I can just focus on like relaxing and reading the chat and talking about random topics. Like this is really a really fun game to just like talk to to anyone in chat with. Like I can easily like turn my attention to the chat on one of my other monitors. Like I'm enjoying this as a stream game. Like I don't think I would play this off stream, but this is really enjoyable to be playing on stream. Do I have running suit? Oh. I'm an idiot. So random encounters are worthless to attempt to catch, like... We just gotta hope we don't run into, like, Mewtwo out in the wild. I saw Joel, Bark Skeletor, Joel run into a Lugia as his first wild encounter. And he wanted to capture it, but then, like, you can't capture any wild Pokemon. Some of the accents get, like, on my nerves a bit. Like, to be honest, some of the accents in certain areas for the people do get on my nerves. And it's not even, like, voiced. Like, it's only... I can at least tell you and I know the Dragon Quest games usually, like, get English voice acting first when they come over. I know, like... When Dragon Quest games get localized back in the day, I know that, like as an incentive to help sales in the West, they would add English voice acting, and the games in Japan usually had no voice acting. Lots of, like, the Volcano Town in 11, for instance, I think, people talked in text and it had an accent, like in the text. But, like, when they would speak in at least for the Japanese voices, they sort of still did have the accent, but it wasn't that jarring. Oh, that would be good to have. Like, I wish it wasn't so I just wish the text wasn't so heavily, how to say, what is it? Accent. I wish the accent wasn't so thick with the text. Like, I'm okay if the accents were a bit thick and different, but like it feels... I don't know if I'm making any sense. Yeah, like, it gets a bit annoying for me at times with that sort of stuff. But, like, it's not a deal breaker, I'm just saying it, like, for me it does get a bit annoying. Like, sometimes it's really just hard to parse for me. I guess that might be my fault. But, like, I think they don't need to do that. It's just the voice acting, I wish the text wasn't like that, but the voice acting was. Like, give the voice acting accent. Give accents to the voice acting. I wish they wouldn't make the text be jarring. It's just hard to, parse. For me, at least. it's not a deal breaker whatsoever, but it's just sometimes it's just really hard to parse. But I only have Dragon Quest XI and Dragon Quest III Remake as a reference to go by. Oh, that's bad. No, oh goodness. Sonic Boom deals a flat 20 HP of damage. So this isn't the best opponent, of course. So Cursula might actually be a good carry because Cursula has no evolution, it's actually strong. Oh. Okay, so I'm glad I restarted the game to turn on the slot mechanic in battle. That just makes the battles more fun. Might use Cursula. Like, I do like Cursula. I used to think when I was really, really young that Cursula was a evolution of Togepi. No new move. Only Splash. Okay, so you can get money from wild Pokemon battles. That's neat. It basically activated Meowth's payday effect. We need to get a Meowth. That's what we need. I can't believe I'm enjoying this. Like, I don't know how fun it is for anyone else to watch, for you to watch if you're still here or not. But hey, I'm actually enjoying this, surprisingly. I'll only know up to the events that occur in the next town. I want a Teddy Ursa. I want a Ursaring. Like, isn't it really telling that I'd rather play something like this than Pokemon ZA? Quit licking me, quit paralyzing me. Yep. Just like Sonic. Just like the Sonic games. Knew it. I'm paralyzed, I can't move. Let's send out a sacrifice. So we can get a free turn. Monster. Next, Fury Swords. Also, I'm not reading the text because, like, I've played Emerald, like, several times. The story isn't changed. The only thing in the text that I think is changed is, like, people talk about these new, game corners in each town, because each town does have one of these game corners. And they'll have different machines, apparently. I like know of one other machine that's in one of these game corners. Like, I only know what happens up to the next town. Oh no. Sunflower, what am I gonna do? Like, even in the Pokemon Emerald Road game that, like, randomizes your Pokemon you can catch, I don't think I would be using these sort of Pokemon. I'm surprised, like, I kept some of my knowledge of, like, how good some of these Pokemon are, and, like, what Pokemon are, like, absolutely a lost cause. What's that? Do I die? Oh. I thought that was gonna instantly kill my team. Was this poison? Finally. Thank the heavens. Kadabra. It's gonna be a pain no matter what. Doesn't Sidewave have some special property to it? Yeah. Like, this might be the best with, of course. What? Why am I poisoned? What do you mean synchronize? Kadabra, you're not poisoned. Okay, so this doesn't get resisted. Oh my goodness. He's doing evasion strats. That's toxic. Let me out. Reset this. He might only know Kinesis. He may only know Kinesis. No. Yeah, that's why I have him. I like his name. I don't know if you do. Referencing Mothman of SMP. And I'm giving them their nicknames based on what they're gonna evolve. Well, actually I don't have to because you can change their nicknames at any time. I noticed. I was assuming you'd have to get to the name raider, but you don't. You can nickname them anytime in this. Like, I don't even know if the physical special split that would happen in Generation 4 in the Diamond and Pearl and Platinum is in this. Yeah, so, like, I'll probably keep Mothman. So, the thing about Corsola, though... Corsola... Because Corsola is, doesn't have an evolution, it's basically sort of like a ball form. It's like, sort of like how Whitney's Milk Tank in Pokemon Gold and Silver was, like, really strong, just because, like, it doesn't have an evolution. So that's why Corsola is sort of good for early game right now. Wow, he actually let me get that off. Aw. Quit playing with your spoon. That's why you were banned from the anime for Pokemon Company using that psychic likeness. That's why you can't sew up in the anime anymore. I wonder how this game handles trade evolutions. Okay, so Psywave might be a really good thing to have for this. Yeah, when we get to the next town, we'll try to round off our team. I'll let you nickname some stuff. You still grinding? You still playing Dragon Quest III right now? What are you doing in it, if you are? Have you created a super character that, like, has every class skill? Oh, this will give a lot of EXP. We might have a good grinding spot then. I think Chansey gives a lot of EXP if I recall. I might be wrong. You're just getting the story. Did you ever get anyone with every single skill? Don't say back in the day, Dragon Quest III didn't release that long ago. No, I'm actually in awe that I'm having fun with this. Like, I didn't this was a spur of the moment thing. This wasn't even planned, like... But, like, this isn't something I would play with, like, off screen. Like, it's... This is a really fun thing, game. Like, I'm not even that big into Pokemon, but, like... This is the sort of stuff I wouldn't see in a normal playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. And plus, with the slot machines, too, that's what makes, like... I'm willing to deal with, like, the boringness of, like, regular Pokemon battles that I've done a million times, because I'm trying to get to where the next slot machine is. So Spoink is really good because of Psywave and its random damage. Like, I don't even know how it specifically works. Okay, this Springtrap was actually like a really I'm glad I invested in him and gave him a chance. I didn't expect it to be this good. This Boink is gonna be my ace. The slots haven't activated in battle in a while. think Spoink evolves in the 40 level ranges. So, like, that's nice. What's probably gonna end up happening is I'm gonna probably beat Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Remake, and then I'm gonna wanna go back to 3, and I might just make, like, a god team. Like, I might make my characters with every, like, skill. I think I found every monster in that game. So this Psywave of Spoinks is like bypassing, it's ignoring like defense and like resistance and stuff. And it's just dishing out random damage. Like this is gonna be super effective. Yep. So like, I'm pretty sure I would be having a heck of a lot of trouble with these like evolved Pokemon opponents. But Psywave is like bypassing their defenses. Useless. Like, I hope it has a midnight release, I'm not sure. I know I'm getting a Switch version just so I can grind off camera. I don't have a Steam Deck. So like that's the next best thing I can do. And it's not as if it's a 3D game, so I don't have to worry about performance issues. Like, the PC would probably boost its graphics, but not by like an insane amount, so... Oops. I messed up. Not really. I can still save this. Which game with minimal battles? This one? If so, I don't know. I'm not really into games with minimal battles or self-imposed challenges. I'm someone that does, I don't even like having difficulty options in video games. That's... I don't know, that'd probably be unique content. I can't think of anyone else that would probably do like a challenge on the Dragon Quest 1. Yeah, like... The only challenge thing that I would do is the Pokemon Emerald Road from... Because you have to pay attention to IVs, EVs, all that stuff. Oh goodness. I couldn't do it. I think, Solid Snake might be boxed. Did it? Line up. Wait. The buildings that got replaced are the Pokemarts, I think. Oh goodness. I'm not gonna have easy access to items. Imagine doing the Battle Frontier in this. Dad, I want coins. But that's probably gonna take a lot of effort though. Good for you, Wally. Actually, that sort of makes thematic sense as like a friendship. That actually does make sense. Even if it was random and he's not getting a Ralts, like as like the Billings Pokemon. That does make sense because like Zubat evolves into Golbat and Golbat evolves into Crobat via friendship, so thematically that still makes some sense. Thematically. Unlock, you've got me really thirsty. I think I'm gonna or you've got me really thirsty to play Dragon Quest VII 3DS because it actually is on my 3DS. I've never played it though, but like just to stave off even the 2 days until the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 release, I might just like poke at Dragon Quest 7 Remake or Dragon Quest 7 3DS. You're really making me crave it. Crave anything Dragon Quest right now. Though I do want to go ahead and like get a decent team in the Game Corner in this town because there's different game machines. I guess it doesn't even matter what you use your coins on, or what you use your money on. Like, so, how do you get potions? I mean, I guess you could skip gambling and just use your money for coins and then buy stuff. I played this he wouldn't turn. That's gonna be a reset. I don't know why he wouldn't turn. Yeah, I used to play Snake on my flip phone all the time. That's very bad lag. It can happen, probably. Oh my goodness, this thing doesn't turn any... Oh, the turning. Oh my goodness. No, that's... It's not like you get something special for doing that. That doesn't there's extreme delay on that mini game. Like, it does not turn. It takes about 2 solid seconds after you press the directional button for Onyx to turn in that. I don't know if they made that mini game for this ROM hack like to be like that specifically, or if that was the limitation. Because, like, they made a mini game inside of a game. They made a whole new game inside of a game. If it's a limitation, like, of, like, making that inside of Pokemon Emerald itself, it's fine, but, like, if they made it like that on purpose, that's not really good game design. Even if it's supposed to, like, simulate a crappy, like, slot machine type thing. That did not feel fun whatsoever. It felt out of my control. Okay, this is interesting. Jeez. Nope. Okay, I wonder how you do this. No. They're gonna kick me out for taking the machine too much. I don't like that one. Let's figure out where the best spot to do this is. Good. This is a good slot. I think this will be a stream exclusive thing. Or rather, it will be. I was gonna play the Onyx game if I got 300, but... almost want to play Phantasy Star just to, hop into... what was it? The casino and that. I actually might do that. We want them scenes with the golden Pokemon. how do I do this? Like that. You don't know how often I've dreamt of that. Same. Just let me relax and chill. That's why I like getting rich in RPGs. And why it's always funny whenever you find the money exploit, like the Trails of Cold Steel cooking exploits. That's why I like Sims too. Like, I like lots of farming games like Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon. There's a whole, like, there's some naming convention, like, stuff about those games that's sort of a can of worms to explain, but I like farming sim games, and they don't get any views on my channel, but, like, I don't care. I still play them. I'm okay if a game is boring and not much is happening in it. I just don't want it to, like... I need a game to have a purpose. And not meander, like, just don't waste my time. Let's play this again. Like, I don't... How am I even gonna get that? Oh my... I was... No. He would not turn. I am using my D-pad for this, and it's not turning. That's not well designed. I would rather play Snake on my phone. Where do I have it stored? If I hit 400 coins, I'm going to start getting Pokemon. Thank you. Okay. Time to go play the gacha. I actually will make a roll though. I won't reset for if I don't get something I want, but I will if I get the same Pokemon. Because the odds are really stupid. It seems like there's 350 something Pokemon in Emerald. Yet I only have like 6, and the odds of a new Pokemon are 92 of a repeat or 92%. That's sort of insane. Yeah. I'll reset if it gives me a repeat. But there's gonna be a point where the odds are so low that, I'll keep my word. I won't reset. I don't like it, but... What if I add extra credit? No. I guess that's our water type. Wait, let me see. If I have to soft reset, then I need a big where I save it. Wait, where are they being deposited? They must go directly to the PC. That's good design. Oh my goodness! Like if it's fake like this, as someone who played gacha for like so many gacha games for 5+ years and fully quit, I totally agree. They're toxic, they're predatory. They are extremely predatory. That being said, I don't mind gachas in video games. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we got a Cyndaquil. I love Cyndaquil. Well, there's... Did I save after... Yeah, that was really stupid with that. The low odds, I mean. I will save because I don't know if I saved after I got Cyndaquil. And I do not want to lose Cyndaquil, so I'm going to get myself 50 more coins. Um, I remember getting late game into Xenoblade 2 and finally figuring out like how to properly combo stuff, and I figured out how to launch enemies and how to slam them to the ground. And basically you would go to a named monster and do a full combo and slam them to the ground, and they drop legendary 4 crystals. And like that was really fun because like I was able to get every blade, and I could sort of like, for maybe a few blades, I could like release them into the wild and redo the gacha and get them on a character that they would be good on. Yeah. What really sucked about Xenoblade 2 Blades for me, that like I figured out after the fact after beating it fully in the New Game Plus 2, is common blades had really freaking broken skills that just simply made rare blades just obsolete almost. Like I understand, or rather, I want to think I understand why that was. It's so players would use common blades, but like, common blades had some of the most busted skills, and it was so unfortunate. It's like they could break any of the elemental orbs on during a chain attack or whatever. It was just, I still didn't I didn't know about it, so I didn't attempt to use them, but I fell into the spamming double spinning heads with Rex and using Mithra and building Rex with a critical hit build. And so Rex basically like had infinite energy. And I didn't look at a guide to figure that out either. I didn't watch anyone either. Like, I figured that out on my own, though in all honesty it was like sort of, in my opinion, easy to figure out like that was a thing you could do with Rex. The critical build. And they kept that in Future Redeemed. Like Rex is still as broken as he was in his own game in Future Redeemed. Poor Sulk though, like I tried so hard to make Sulk work in that, and I couldn't make Sulk good in Future Redeemed. Double spinning edge, double spinning edge, double, triple. Like Rex is so Rex with his harem of wives and all of his children. Smaller than Sulk, younger than Sulk, didn't obtain the powers of a god, yet like just like disrespected Sulk so much. Like, Sulk had quality girls too, though. Nelia and Fiora were quality, were nice. No, but that ending picture in Future Redeemed is just hilarious to me to this day. Rex like having his hands around his whole family with, oh, I don't know anyone watching this, so I'll try not to say anything else, but I didn't use things. Like, I think Nia had a special ability, and like, Nia dodge tank, and I think with her base class upgrade, like, there was a way you could upgrade everyone's weapons to where, like, their initial class just got, like, a power boost. So, like, I sort of got Nia workable as a tank, and Nia was literally my only tank in that game. Like, in-game, I mean, in-game-wise, he was just a dodge tank. And even then, it wasn't, like, the best. It was, like, me nerfing myself. Well, tanking wasn't ever good in any, Xenoblade game, in my opinion. Though I can't comment on X. Like, Ryan never kept aggro. Like, Ryan was so good, though. Like, Ryan was more of a DPS in Xenoblade 1. Definitive edition. I hope that Zigzag Human has pickup as its ability. Yeah, like Ryan basically turned into a DPS. Like, he deal out so much damage that... yeah, they never really figure out aggro in Xenoblade games. Quit it with the Rimmerade. I'm only resetting if I get a duplicate because the odds aren't really fair in my opinion. Like, it shouldn't be that easy to get a duplicate when I only have, like, just the field Pokemon out of, like, 300 and something. I'll take what the game gives me, but, like, if I get a duplicate, I'm not okay with that. Like, see? I got just a pile of trashy sludge. I'll keep it down. 12 out of like 350 something, yet the odds aren't even in my favor. Like, 85% chance to get a duplicate. I like not doesn't matter, this is one. Please have pickup. Awesome. Venomoth is poison bug. Yeah, I don't need any more poison bugs. Don't like hustle. Wait. Are they giving hustle to a lot of these Pokemon? Is that just a coincidence, or are they giving hustle to try to be in the spirit of like this being like a gambling Pokemon game? This might be useful. I'll keep him for defense ability. I think Kira is a good Pokemon. He'll be a decent physical attacker. Okay, so we need a nickname. developers on Final Fantasy VII don't play the original game? I don't know why I'm naming this, but I'll just go. And there's the ones that said, they're completely different games. That's stupid. I actually did play Final Fantasy VII on PS1 and beat it. Stuff in the remake and Rebirth, enemies and bosses look like they're extraordinary health sponge. I like this nickname a lot. Legend Z to Ag. Because it's a zigzagging. Legend zigzag. Legend Well, they better delist Final Fantasy VII from all storefronts if they don't want people to play it. Now, we're not gonna go for the low-hanging fruit, but actually, there's another low-hanging fruit we can go for. I don't know what to nickname this thing. think of a good nickname. Well, I guess I could name it after. I guess let me go just get some levels on them. Oh yeah, the Chansey. I think the Chansey gives us good EXP. I didn't check whenever I KO'd it last time, but... Can't believe I'm using this point. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make this episode. I think it's just gonna be a live stream exclusive. Uh-oh. Well... Groudon is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. He just looks so fucking... He looks so intimidating. I like his colors, I just love him. sunlight is strong, and yet you're a ground type. No, Groudon can't even make use of, like, his stab options of being fire type. Groudon jump scare. Like, isn't it Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, like, pretty much a sequel to Final Fantasy VII in a way? At the very least, honestly, I would say so if I were to be asked if I think the trilogy is like a sequel to the original Final Fantasy VII with what happens in Rebirth and stuff. It's just like, it plays on the knowledge of like people who played the original Final Fantasy VII. Like, I just have to say, like, it's a sequel. Like, you gain a lot more out of the remake and rebirth if you played the original game. Like, there's lots of points that it feels like they assumed you've played Final Fantasy VII, or like, you wouldn't really, like, appreciate some things. Like, I really don't think I would enjoy the remake and rebirth. I don't think I would enjoy that. I would have enjoyed those if I didn't play the original 7. Like, maybe I would have, but I wouldn't, I don't know. But it really feels to me like I wouldn't have, like, I hate how Rebirth speed ran like the ending areas, City of the Ancients. And only from a gameplay perspective, I really hope Aerith is alive. Just out of a gameplay perspective. Because, like, the original Final Fantasy VII, like, everyone mostly, like, could use, they relied on magic. Like, there wasn't no special skills or combat. Like, everyone was almost to a point a clone of each other, except for their, like, limit breaks. But, like, Aerith has such, like, everyone has a really specialized skill set. To where, like, just because of that, I don't think they're going to, like, have Aerith be gone for the whole game. Like, they, money-wise, they probably put a lot of, money into, like, making Aerith and her attack animations and her limit breaks for the remake and rebirth. Like, to where, like, it would be, like, they would lose money if they just didn't keep her, like, let you battle with her. I don't know. likes love to play with your expectations and just like it really is hard for me to imagine playing that without playing the original. Need Cynical to at least get tackled. Not tackled. I wonder if every single wall Pokemon is randomized, or if only like the pool of Pokemon in each area are randomized. Because I feel like I've seen like more different Pokemon in this area than like what the pool was originally in the area. They really don't. Cynical is taking a long time to learn Emperor. What's this? Omniboost? Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're on equal playing fields. Just learn Ember. I feel like Mr. Mime might give out a lot of XP. Yeah, there's like, I think every single Pokemon is randomized. It's not just the pool of Pokemon that are available in each area, but are randomized. I think just anything can come out, they can come out of the grass. I don't know if Gym Leader difficulty will necessarily be increased, just because it's not, I think they're still going to have like the same amount of Pokemon they would normally have. And they could just accidentally get nerfed by having a bad Pokemon. Though it's not as if any of them had any good Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Gen 3 Cynical takes forever to learn Emperor. Bet Pokemon Zigzag has a Legends Zigzag. This isn't really possible to find. I think it has a water gun. So yeah, this route is sort of useless for finding a Chansey because I think every single encounter is random. Oh my goodness. I would use a start control with that. He has reps, so I can't even fight him. So it's not affected by super effective moves and stuff, but it is null. Still November. Oh boy. say I have a feeling I'm about to get critical hit. Oh yes, Mario is mentioned. I've never gotten a package early from Amazon. It's me from the future. I'm you, but better. But not better. But I've got Ember, unlike you. Okay, Sidewave has pretty much outward. Oh, that's nice. There we go. That's excellent. So let me look at my team. Oh. No, I can't Could have sworn Thick Fat had a bad thing to it. So, I'm done streaming for today. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching Amok. Hope Amazon 6 years early. Maybe I should pre-order a copy on Amazon before it's too late. I don't know, my GameStop near me usually doesn't have, copies of games on release sometimes. Knowing my luck, they wouldn't. But I also don't know if I want it recently. So yeah, anyway, that's it for the stream. Thanks for coming out. It was actually fun. And have a great day. See you guys soon.